Activision just released the Black Ops 7 Zombie Showcase gameplay, and I gotta say, I'm not really that surprised. Like, I know not everything lasts forever or stays the same with certain game modes, and people evolve and stuff with the game mode, but this just looks like a fucking mobile game of some kind. Looks like something you would download on a smartphone or something, just with way better graphics. And the whole game on Black Ops 6 also felt like a free to play, because I did play a little bit of it at a friend's house, and yeah, it definitely did not really give me that type of vibe of the old school days. I am aware that this came out before Battlefield 6 even dropped with their game, so this is not really the highest expectation, but I do know that next year maybe Call of Duty might do something interesting because of all the competition. But bro, if anything, it's already been done for a while, but this is like the cat in the bag type of thing. Like, this is the coffin right here. Like, whatever Activision does with the Call of Duty game next year, like, don't even bother, man. Like, it's not even gonna be worth it. Like, I doubt it's gonna get any better than this. Like, I hear there's rumors about a Modern Warfare 4, and I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, like, it's not a good look at all, because they're milking the fuck out of the Modern Warfare franchise when the original trilogy didn't even have a fourth game, which is, not a good look. I also kind of feel bad for all like the Call of Duty YouTubers, like the ones that work with Activision, where that just have to say something positive about it, man. Like, it's really hard to defend this type of shit. Like, the only thing that does look cool about this game map is the atmosphere is kind of interesting a little bit. It is pretty big, but it's kind of empty and it's kind of colorful a little bit. I kind of like the Halloween aesthetic vibes a little, but the trailer was a little interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Somehow they fooled a bunch of people again, but I definitely could tell by looking at it that it definitely did not look like the old school grittier vibes that a lot of people were going. Now, I am aware that Black Ops 7 does have a classic mode, but I'm kind of very uncertain to see how that mode's going to look, because I will say this HUD they've had for Black Ops 6 and this is pretty fucking ugly when it comes to zombies. Also, I do find it kind of cursed that they have health bars on the zombies and they even have fucking maps to know exactly where they are. It's fucking crazy. I did only play the Black Ops 6 multiplayer, but I did not touch the zombies because I just wasn't really interested. I don't know, I just really haven't had the time to really play it. I am considering maybe giving it a try to see if it's okay, but it just kind of looks like slop to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know how a company like Activision like fucks that up, like fucks up the most popular game mode that was big ever since the multiplayer campaign. Like, I don't know how. All you gotta do is just, have the whole community fucking carry the whole franchise with zombies. But they can't even do that, dude. And I will say the original crew who worked on the older CODs are definitely gone for good. There is no way they're coming back at any time given point. It'd be kind of cool to see the OG crew try to fucking compete with these people, but I doubt it. I understand that Activision's trying to be generous by giving out the zombies mode in the beta, but like, this is just kind of desperation for like, for people to buy their stuff. Because at this point, like, that everything is bad and going downhill when they're giving out everything to showcase so people can at least try to buy it. But, it's probably going to go on Game Pass anyway, so it probably doesn't even matter. And another thing, too, about, like, Call of Duty and Activision I've noticed recently in the last couple Call of Duties is that back then, they didn't have to review every little thing at once with the HUD or the exact gameplay. It was just like a little trailer for multiplayer and maybe zombies, but for the most part, dude, like, they didn't have to showcase everything. It's crazy to have that now they just spoil all the things before the game comes out. It's also like crazy that this even happens with leaks as well. It's like the whole situation with that kind of fucked everything up. The multiplayer also got reviewed too, and yes, what do you know, it literally just looks like Black Ops 6 as well. It's just the HUD that's different. That's really it. And then of course, the people broadcasting the game, like the team cast and the audio announcers, but what else could you do? It really is like the Madden of shooters at this point. And I do like Madden when it was good, but nah, dude, it's not the same. The great thing was my expectations for this game were extremely low, and I'm kind of glad I kept them low because I wasn't going to buy it anyways, but I didn't expect any hope coming anytime soon with this type of situation. But man, I will say, if you guys want Battlefield 6, I'd say go for it, bro. Like, it's not going to be the most perfect shooter of all time, but it really does look decent, and I did try it, and it was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was actually better than I thought. So anyone, go ahead and buy Battlefield 6. EA, not the greatest, like I said in the previous COD video, but at least, the DICE is trying this time pretty good. So why not? Why not give it a try? There's one thing that does kind of get me wondering too, is that like when's the last time we've had a great shooter that was really popular but it was also like decently well received and fun? The last thing I could really think of in terms of a really big great shooter is either like Doom, the Doom franchise, like the second one, or like anything like fucking Fortnite. That's all I could really think of in terms of like popular big games, not indie games, if that makes sense. I really do believe that we need to venture out to different types of shooter franchises, or just, you know, like hopefully have some other company bring back their shooters that made the shooting scene fun. Like I would love to see like a different type of Killzone game come out, be similar to like Killzone 2 or 3, but with like way better graphics. And I will say those graphics on those games are fucking amazing still. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's crazy because these games are like almost 20 years old. Well, at least the first one is, but fuck. I'm actually very shocked to see how well it's aged. I would love to see them try to come back with another Killzone game, but unfortunately, the developers for Killzone is no longer really interested in making more games for the franchise. The only positive thing I do want to say about the Black Ops 7 multiplayer, by the way, is that they do have gotten rid of skill-based matchmaking, and I do think that's a W. It's definitely not enough to save the game, but I will say at least you can at least play with your friends at the same matches and lobbies, because that skill-based matchmaking is kind of toxic. I'm not gonna lie. It's very annoying as fuck when you're trying to play with people or friends that's not in lobbies, because you know there's sometimes you can have a great game and it's fun to play with the same people again. It's a blast when you actually have a good lobby and then you can have another good one and a good time, because it kind of helps people meet people back then when, you know, when things were as private as they are now for online gaming. I will say this too, those toxic lobbies you saw back in the day, I will say they are still there somewhat, because I do remember playing the Black Ops 6 multiplayer beta on the PS4 version 2 back then. And yeah, I will say, there were some toxic people kind of back in the old days. Now, of course, they were annoying as fuck, but, you know, I was kind of happy in a nostalgic way that there were still some of those fucking crazy lobbies. Now, obviously, it's not very common, but it's really nice to see it every once in a while. It is low-key sad to see a fucking grown man act like a 12-year-old, but it is what kept the games really fun and memorable, at least. Also, Activision, please very kindly just, you know, give up the rights to Call of Duty, bro. Call of Duty ain't going nowhere or going to get better under your publisher. It's time to go somewhere else and have someone new take over, or just let the franchise retire like Medal of Honor, because, you know, Medal of Honor has been resting for a while. I think it's time for Call of Duty to rest too. The shooter genre is just kind of past its prime at this point. There are some positives with Call of Duty, but the positives definitely are not outweighing the negatives, and it's really sad to see this in this state. It will never get better, unfortunately, and I kind of accepted this a long time ago, and I think a lot of you diehards need to accept it as well. It is a microtransaction AI money-making machine. The best alternative, though, for any of y'all like want to play like nostalgia type Call of Duty or want to have like different content for the older CODs, is definitely look up mods on PC for Plutonium, because Black Ops got custom zombies. Modern Warfare 2 also has fucking custom maps for multiplayer, and bots mods too, which is my favorite. I love playing with the bots mods on there for the gameplay for this channel. Also, they also have you know, Black Ops Modern Warfare 2 zombies too now. It's crazy. The zombie warfare mod is pretty fucking sick. I want to try it, but the downloads takes forever. But yeah, I definitely want to get some gameplay with it, because it has like all the Modern Warfare 2 maps with like zombie modes, and it's very like faithful to the original classic zombie mode, and that's what fucking Activision needs to get, bro. The fact that the modders can listen to the community and not the fucking company with Activision is insane. If you got to this point in this video, I just want to say is thank y'all so much for listening. Now, I will say, if people do like this game, like, that's on them, that's whatever, right? Like what you like, I will say that, but man, I am just not very pleased at all. But hey, there's people that do like games like this, or the newer Call of Duty engine stuff, and I think it's great. I will admit that the new Call of Duty engine is actually not that bad. It is pretty smooth, it isn't that bad to get used to, it just definitely isn't what it's supposed to be. It'd be just kind of interesting to see something like the old Call of Duties with like the modern engine, but with like the classic feel at the same time. If they could top that, this similar to like Modern Warfare 1 was on the remastered gameplay, even though it wasn't perfect and it was plagued with microtransactions, I think they would have a hit. But you know, I understand that they probably are going to try to remaster Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 probably, and maybe, I don't know, the Modern Warfare games, but we'll see. Because, you know, that's probably their backup plan for them to make money. It's literally Infinite Warfare all over again. And the last thing I do want to say is that, you know how the Call of Duty fan base is, this game will probably be crap when it first comes out like usual, and then give it about, what, 5 to 10 years, and people are going to say how underrated and nostalgic the game is, which I do find kind of funny because none of these newer CODs are really that great to begin with. Thank you guys so much for 17,000 subscribers. I'll see y'all later, and y'all have a good one.